Hello, my next study topic is learning. So let's go through the material. What is learning? Well, learning is an enduring change in the way an organism responds based on experience. So we experience learning at school. What is classical conditioning? Classical conditioning leads to a learned response through pairing an unconditioned stimulus with a previous neutral conditioned stimulus. Unconditioned stimulus is a response that doesn't have to be learnt. So, for example, Pavlov's dog. So he taught the dog that when you hear the bell, you will receive food. So a conditioned response is a response reflex and an immune response taste aversion that can be adaptive or maladaptive. Stimulus generalization. A stimuli generalization learns to respond to stimuli. Stimulus discrimination. Stimulus discrimination are organisms that respond to restrictive range of stimuli. Extinction. Extinction is when a condition is weakened by presentation of controlled stimulus and uncontrolled stimulus. What is interstimulus interval? So interstimulus interval is the presence of a controlled stimulus. Okay, so for an example, a controlled stimulus is traffic lights. You know to obey the laws. So if you see a red traffic light, you stop. So this is controlled stimulus. And is predictive of uncontrolled stimulus. So uncontrolled stimulus is, for example, learning that the stove is hot when you put your hand on it. And the individual history of learning, so knowledge that you previously have. So, for examples, controlled stimulus is stopping at traffic lights, as you can see. And uncontrolled stimulus, such as moving away from a hot stove. All right. Operative learning behaviors. So with operative learning behavior, it's strengthened or weakened by consequences. That's one most of us all understand. So what is operant? Operant is any behavior which is produced or characterized by observable effects of the environment. So you observe what's going on, you make a choice. So operant is actually different from classical conditioning because it involves voluntary behaviors and outcome that is dependent on the behavior of choice. So you might observe the environment, see someone fighting, you might go, I'm not going to join in on that. What is Thorndike's law of effect? Thorndike's law of effect is behaviors followed by satisfying consequences that are more likely to be repeated. So my satisfying consequence is I enjoy the taste of chocolate, so I'll go and eat some. What is reinforcement? So something in the environment that strengthens or weakens the behavior. That is reinforcement. What is negative reinforcement? Negative reinforcement is the withdrawal of an aversive event. Positive. What is positive punishment? Positive punishment is like shouting, hitting, adding chores. And lastly, what is negative punishment? Negative punishment is the withdrawal of a positive events. So, for example, you're grounded when you want to go out with your friends and you're told you can't because you've misbehaved. Thank you for watching.